Hi there kit fans, it's Louise with you today. Welcome along to this video. I am going to use this rainbow patterned paper to create a background, and I started with the idea that I sort of wanted to do some paper rolling like I did in last month's video. So I'm going to actually cut down part of this rainbow, and I had a bit of a play rolling it, but I didn't really like how it looked. So I changed my mind and decided that I was just going to distress and mess up the edges of the rainbow a little bit. And potentially in hindsight, I maybe would have preferred this layout more if I'd actually distressed the whole rainbow on the background. I do sort of like how it's partially textured, but I definitely think if you are going to scrap lift this, which of course you are more than welcome to, I live to inspire other crafters. So if you would like to scrap lift this layout, absolutely by all means go ahead. So if you are going to scrapbook it, I would recommend actually trimming that whole rainbow into sections and then distressing and rolling these edges for the whole rainbow. That's just my opinion, but you do you when it comes to scrapping. There's no right or wrong. It's just about creating memories and enjoying the process. All right, once I'm happy with that rainbow, I am going to prepare to attach it. And it's at this point where I start to think about what I'm going to do. So pulling out some elements, I have picked a bunch of photos that I feel go with this month's kit. So I keep them with the elements of the kit so that I can go ahead and just grab a photo when I'm ready to scrap. And I'm pulling out a few little of the die cuts. You can see that I don't keep mine in the sheets. I actually prefer them already pulled apart. I'm more likely to use them. So when we got this kit, instead of having the sheets of cut aparts, I pulled all mine apart and I just keep them stored on top of each other. So I've chosen my photo. I have decided that I'm going to put some little hearts around the outside of the rainbow. Off camera, I go ahead and do the chain stitching. So I chose some thread, I use ordinary old embroidery thread, and I just chain stitched down the middle of those rainbows. So I love how this looks. I think it's fantastic to see those textured elements with the chain stitching and the distressing edges of that rainbow. I think it just breaks it up that little bit. Definitely liking the little rainbow, the little heart wood embellishments. It's at this point where I start to find this layout a bit of a challenge. I toy with a couple of different ideas. I decide to cut out some words. I want to mount my photo to help bring it to the forefront. Do I want to put a doily behind it? No, nothing's really working. So I am struggling a little bit at this point, but I eventually work it out. I have to pull a couple of elements from my stash, and I think that because I made my background before I made my photo cluster, which is a little bit different to what I would normally do, that was quite a challenge for me. So this at one point wasn't really working, so I had to go back and just think about it a little bit more. And I end up mounting the photo at the bottom of the page, which I think is a much better option. Keeping it in the middle left just didn't seem to be working for the particular style of layout I was going for. But as soon as I put it down in that bottom left, it felt like a much more free-flowing layout. So the final stages here are simply just a little bit of embellishing around the photos, a couple more elements just to help bring that together. And then it's about adding a title, which in this case I've just simply gone with Cuties, but I do love those sparkly alpha letters that we got in this month's kit. It was really fun to get those onto a page. So I am going to finish this page, a few little elements, bits and pieces here and there, and then I'm going to call this one done. So thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed that, and of course if you haven't already, check out Kitaholic Kits and hit that little subscribe button.